All right, so today we're diving into something that should be on every home buyer's radar,
Hmm.
home inspections.
Absolutely.
We've got some great insights here from real estate agent Angela Lazar.
Oh, yeah. She's a great resource.
Yeah, and her perspective is really going to help us understand just how important this process is for you, the buyer.
Yeah. So many people, when they're buying a house, they're they're excited. They're ready to get in.
Right.
They just want to sign on the dotted line. But this is something that really protects you.
Absolutely. It's a crucial step. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to really unpack what a home inspection entails.
Yeah.
Why it's so important for you as a buyer.
Hmm.
And we'll address some of those common questions that swirl around it.
Yeah.
And we're going to approach this really from the buyer's point of view
Hmm.
to give you the knowledge that you need
Absolutely.
to make those informed decisions.
Yeah. So you're not going in blind.
Exactly.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
So let's start with the core purpose here. Why is a home inspection so essential?
Well, think of it this way. It's your protection as the buyer,
Hmm.
right? It's there to uncover any hidden defects.
Right.
Potential problems maybe with construction that wasn't permitted properly.
Like an addition or a deck.
Exactly. Things that were built without official approval,
Right.
any safety hazards that are present, and if the property even meets the current building codes.
Right. So it's making sure everything is up to par.
Yeah, it's about going in with your eyes wide open.
I like that.
Yeah.
No surprises.
No surprises. Okay, so then what exactly gets looked at
Okay.
during a typical standard home inspection?
So typically they're going to examine the heating and AC system,
Okay.
your interior plumbing and electrical systems, of course. The roof is a big one.
Sure.
The attic, they'll check out the visible insulation,
Mhm.
walls, ceilings, floors, windows, doors, the foundation,
Wow.
the basement structural elements, and whether the appliances are functioning properly.
Okay, so that's pretty comprehensive, it sounds like.
Yeah, it covers a lot of ground. But I'm sure there are some things that are not included.
Right.
What are those blind spots that we need to watch out for?
So standard inspections, they don't usually cover things like radon testing,
Okay.
looking for termites, asbestos, mold lead pipes, or paint in swimming pools.
Right.
So if you have specific concerns about any of those, you'd need to hire specialized inspectors
Got it.
to really dig into those areas.
Okay, good to know. Now, Angela Lazar, in her materials, she's very adamant about this one point.
Yeah.
She says never waive the home inspection.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Why is that such strong advice?
Well, because when you waive the inspection, you're essentially buying the property as is.
Right.
You're inheriting all the risks of any hidden problems
Oh.
that might not have been discovered.
Mhm.
So even in a competitive market,
Right.
even with pressure from multiple offers, skipping the inspection can be a huge gamble.
Yeah.
It could cost you so much down the line in surprise repairs.
Yeah, you don't want to find out about a major foundation problem
Exactly.
after you've closed.
After it's too late.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, we're getting the inspection.
Mm-hmm.
Who foots the bill?
So as the buyer, you're responsible for that cost,
Okay.
which Angela says is usually between $300 and $500.
And that's a pretty small price to pay
Absolutely.
when you think about the peace of mind
Yeah.
and the potential safety issues it could uncover.
Yeah, it's an investment.
Absolutely. So who chooses the inspector?
That's a great question. And you actually have the right to choose your own licensed home inspector.
Oh, good.
Your realtor can certainly provide you with a list of names.
Uh-huh.
But the final choice is really yours
Okay.
to make sure there's no conflict of interest.
I see. So you're not beholden to whoever the realtor suggests.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. And Angela also suggests that we as buyers attend the inspection ourselves if possible.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Why is that so beneficial?
Well, being there alongside your realtor
Yeah.
allows you to see firsthand what the inspector's finding. You can ask questions directly and really get a feel for the property's condition.
So you're not just relying on a report.
Exactly. You're there experiencing it.
Right. Okay. I like that. Now, we've talked about inspections.
Hmm.
And I think there can sometimes be confusion between inspections and appraisals.
Right.
What's the difference?
So an inspection is all about identifying the condition of the property and potential defects.
Right.
Whereas an appraisal is about determining the market value of the property,
Okay.
usually for lending purposes.
Right.
But here's the thing. If an inspection reveals significant issues, that can definitely influence the appraised value
Makes sense.
and potentially even the final sale price.
So they're connected in that way.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Angela's source material poses some really key questions, and it seems like we've covered them all.
I think we have.
Why get an inspection? Who pays? Can you skip it? What's covered, what's not, who picks the inspector.
Yeah, and I think the central message here is really clear. For you as the buyer, a home inspection, it's a non-negotiable step.
Yeah.
It's about protecting your investment.
Absolutely.
And ensuring your safety.
It's worth every penny.
Absolutely.
So considering all the things that can be lurking beneath the surface of a home, what's one area that you would personally want to make sure gets a really close look during an inspection?
That's a tough one.
And why?
You know, for me, I think I'd be most concerned about the foundation.
Okay.
Because if there's a problem there, it can affect everything else.
Right, it's the base of everything.
It is. It's the base of the house, and it can be so costly to fix.
Yeah, and difficult.
Very difficult.
So that would be your top priority.
Yeah, I'd want to make sure that that's solid.
That's a great point, something for all our listeners to consider.
Absolutely.
What aspect of a home's structure or systems would cause you the most concern if it had a hidden problem?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Maybe that'll help guide your approach to the inspection process.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, thanks for diving deep with us today.
My pleasure.
This was really informative.
I hope so.
And to all of our listeners out there, remember, knowledge is power.
It is.
Especially when it comes to buying a home.
Absolutely.
So do your research, ask questions, and get that home inspection.
Don't skip it.
All right, we'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
See you then.